Hello everyone! I'm gonna answer some of your questions. A whole bunch of them were, are you gonna find out the sex of the baby, or do you already know? I do know, and I will let you know soon. I might film another video after this and I'll talk about it there. I think I'll include it in with like just an update on where I'm at in my pregnancy at the minute. Sherry Grace asks, what are you most looking forward to in your pregnancy / motherhood? I'm just excited for everything that the experience will bring and the rest of my life and what that's gonna look like with children and growing old with baby just did kind of a big kick. I'm looking forward to the transformation as a woman, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And I know it's going to be challenging at points and not everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows, but I'm looking forward to all of it either way. Indy Strange asks, have you always wanted children? I've gone through points in life where I did, and then I didn't, and then I did, and then I didn't. And I did feel a little bit lost sometimes because I felt like everyone else knew, definitely yes or definitely no, I do want kids or I don't. But really, it's such a normal thing to not be sure about. It changed a lot for me depending on what was going on and where I was at with my mental health and all sorts of things. For a long time, I just put off thinking about it and assumed the answer would just come to me, but it really is something you have to think about and talk about with your partner. There were many, many little things that led us towards the path of, yes, we do want to be parents. A massive thing for me, which I didn't even realise was a massive thing for me until I started actually doing some like investigation in my brain. My anxieties had extended to like these children I didn't have, and I was afraid of so many things that I feel like I had to process and learn about before I was ready to become a mum. I feel like I've spent the last few years training and I know that nothing will compare to having my baby, taking care of my baby, but you know, I have done a lot of mental preparation and physical preparation because I know that I'm vulnerable to depression and anxiety, so I've tried as best I can to be educated and prepared, and obviously that's got to be an ongoing thing throughout their life and my life as a mum. So it's gonna be scary, but the best things in life are often scary. EJ Babs says, have you had any negativity from people being vegan and pregnant? No, I haven't actually. Knowing that I was gonna try and be pregnant around now, about a year ago, I had a blood test because I've been vegan for about 5 years and the blood test came back great. I spoke to my midwife about it. I took my vitamins that I was taking in to show her and check, you know, is this okay? I had another blood test at the end of the first trimester and they told me my results were great, and in particular, my iron levels were good. I haven't had any negativity, but I've had a lot of people asking me, so are you still vegan or are you pregnant? There's nothing medically that says you can't. I've just got to make a consistent effort with my nutrition. I do want to say, if you're vegan and you find that you're struggling being pregnant, talk to someone about it. Don't feel like, oh my God, I'm failing. Everything should be going fine. People's bodies are different. If you need help, if you find your diet isn't working for you, don't feel this like vegan pride that everything should be going good. Just do what you can to keep you and baby healthy. Hello. Cami Nicole X says, what food cravings have you had so far? I have mostly had food aversions. In the first trimester, there was a period of about 3 weeks where I craved salt and vinegar crisps. And I tried to buy the low salt ones to be a bit healthier and they were rubbish. I've eaten quite a lot of apples. Oh, and chocolate milk. High protein, chocolate milk. Other than that, I mostly just have not liked food. So going back to the nutrition thing, I should have said as well, it's very hard sometimes. I just didn't like food, cooked food. I was still able to get most of the important nutrients I needed from snacks and things that were cold rather than a cooked meal, but I think there were definitely times I wasn't eating enough calories, and I was really worried about that at certain points, but I know it's very common and very normal, so that it comforted me a bit, I guess, to know there are so many people who have even worse aversions and sickness than me, and they're still okay, and I still have time to figure myself out, my diet out. I found that keeping it as simple as possible with simple flavours and simple textures helped. I always managed to enjoy chocolate. For some reason, My body never rejected that. That's got better now. I don't feel so disgusted by food anymore, but I still am not really enjoying it as much as I used to. Every now and again I'll eat a meal and I'm like, wow, that was really nice. And Alex gets so excited and he's like, we found something you enjoy. Sophie Louise Hoon says, when did you start to show? I'm 10 weeks. Congratulations, first of all. It was hard to know because I already have a layer of flab. So I would like lift my flab out the way to check out the bump. I'd say I properly could see around 16 weeks. But I can't wait for like big old baby belly. I know it's gonna be a chore in loads of other ways, sleeping and all that. I'm already struggling to sleep sometimes and I've got a tiny bump. Miss Emma Lava, sorry, cut the end of your username off, asks, what has been your favourite moment of pregnancy so far? I think the first one would have to be watching Alex's face at the first scan and just seeing them in there moving their arms around and wriggling. I was speechless. I still don't really I can't convey what went through me. I keep using the word magic when I explain how I feel about it because it really just feels like overwhelmingly mind-blowing, like crazy beautiful magic. Second scan was just as amazing. They were just as wriggly. Saw their fingers, saw them touching their face. The other big moment for us happened last night and it was the first time Alex felt baby kick. And I'll never forget his face. It was just such a beautiful moment. Oh, I feel emotional talking about it. And then we sat there for another like 15 minutes and we've been watching a lot of Ghost Adventures lately. And I said to Alex, it's kind of like Ghost Adventures. We're just sitting there going, hello, give us a sign that you're there. Communicate with us. Dariarin, probably definitely pronounced that wrong, asks, are you afraid of giving birth? No, I'm not. And I don't want to like sound cocky or anything because I know that in the thick of it I will probably have moments where I'm changing my mind about saying this, but honestly I'm not afraid. This is going to sound very weird. I've watched a lot of people giving birth, not in real life. I've watched countless uncensored, like full-on birth, and I guess the first few times I saw it when I was younger, it was quite a shock to the system. A lot of birth that you see on TV and in films, it's like the most, traumatic, dramatic thing. Obviously with some births, it can be. But I really feel like my earliest thoughts on birth was really, really formed by like this image I'd seen in media, and I'd never really seen people talking positively about it or saying it was a good experience in any way. Quite a few years ago when I knew at this point I did want to be a mother someday, I became a bit obsessed with it. I watched a lot of births, a lot of different kinds of births. I listened to a lot of women's different experiences. I listened to midwives, learned about what is actually like physically happening to mum, to baby, the different stages and what midwife might be doing, interventions and why certain interventions may happen. Obviously, the ultimate knowledge of giving birth is going to be what giving birth is like, and I've not been through that. But just having the knowledge that I do have, I think has put me at ease quite a lot. I do have a birth plan. I'm not going to talk about it. I think I might talk about it after I give birth, because I already have little experiences of people telling me what they think my birth should be like. And I completely understand if you have a really powerful experience why you'd want to share that with someone. I need to be confident in my choices, and I don't want to open myself up to lots of people pressuring me, even if they do it with the best of intentions. I really just want to talk to my midwife and Alex about it, and for us to all be a team. I am keeping a completely open mind with my birth, I will say that. We have an idea of what we want, but you can't predict birth and what baby's gonna do. And if I'm too rigid in what I think has to happen for it to be a good birth experience for me, and then anything changes, then I don't want to feel like that anxiety and, oh God, things aren't going the way I planned. Going back to the question, I'm not afraid of giving birth. I understand why people would be. It's something I look forward to. I know that it's going to be such a transformational, emotional, intense experience. but I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know, am I... Should I be a bit more afraid? Not sure how to say your username, I'm sorry. Niltal says, any strange dreams since you've been pregnant? Yes, especially the first trimester. I had insane dreams, and I had multiple dreams per night, and I could remember a bunch of them. Lizzie Grace says, do you plan on breastfeeding? Yes, I'm really excited to try breastfeeding. I know that just because it's natural doesn't mean it's easy, but I am absolutely gonna try. We have a breastfeeding support group in our area, which I plan to go to even if I don't need help. I think I would just like to go and meet other breastfeeding mums and learn tips and things. Billy Galaxy says, will you be sharing baby on social media or keeping private? I will be sharing some things, but I have no intention of becoming a family vlogger. It's wild to think that there are children growing up now who, from when their pregnancy was announced, their life is like documented. It's just not a decision I want to make for my kids. This is very different if it's like you and your personal Instagram versus YouTube channel where you're documenting their lives and there's like a lot of viewers potentially. When they're old enough to express their opinions to me on it, I would take that into account, but I still think that until a certain age they can't fully grasp putting yourself out there online and what you might be opening yourself up to. I'm gonna end it there. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye!